I wanted to discuss a bit because your studio work with a few of my favorite bands, Kool and the Gang,
Oh wow, yeah,
Gwen Guthrie.
yeah.
I think I was born in Orange, New Jersey. I think
Oh
she was
yeah,
from Orange, right?
she lived in Orange. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I saw
That's right.
and Kool and the Gang, of course, got Jersey roots. How did you become affiliated with those great artists?
Well, in after it was about 1981 or so. You know, I had some friends over in Jersey, and they happened to be friends with with Kool
Mhm.
and Ronald. Um, and so she kind of asked him about did they need a keyboard. It was a time when they were kind of going through some transitions,
Okay.
and they needed a keyboard player for the session they were doing called Something Special.
Mhm.
That was the album,
Right.
and I was around,
All right.
and they knew who I was, and so they said, yeah, man, you want to come down and and do something on this session, and they were recording in Jersey City, in Orange, East Orange,
Okay.
at the House of Music. You might be familiar with that place,
I
and
heard it. Yeah.
I had been there a few times before, so I already knew about the place, um, but I had no way to get there. I didn't have a car, you
Okay.
know, and so they said, well, we'll pick you up. So at this time I'm staying with my parents because I'm not dead broke,
Right.
30s and really feeling kind of dejected.
Right.
But
We've all been
so,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm there, and my mom says, "Oh, your car's here. I think it's your car."
Uh-huh.
I said, "Well, okay." So and I go, I look out the window, and
Uh-huh.
it's a big black limousine.
Wow.
You know, so they pick me up and take me to the studio,
Yeah.
and that went on for a couple of weeks. You know,
Well, what songs on Something Special did you work on?
I played a little bit on Celebrate
Oh, okay.
and Celebration, and then I also worked on Pass It On.
Yeah.
That was one of the tracks on there. Was another one too. Get Down on It. Yeah, I worked on both of those. I worked on all three of those.
Yeah, not
That
really good songs. No, I'm kidding. I got the album right there. I love Kool and the Gang. Yeah.
was one of the highlights. It was one of the highlights of my life.
Yeah. Hall of
And
Famers. Yeah.
Hall of Famers. Yeah, but I also went on the road with Phyllis Hyman.
Oh,
I
wow.
really
Yeah.
enjoyed that. That was really incredible with Tom Barney playing bass and John Suswell on drums. Myra Casales was playing percussion.
Mm,
Marcus Miller's cousin Ronnie.
okay.
Ronnie Miller was playing guitar, and then of course Phyllis. She was just
Yeah.
amazing, and she really had no idea how good she really was.
She was from Philly, right? I think.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think so.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And other artists passed unfortunately too soon. Yeah. Yeah.
No, no.
Really sad
And I also
story. Yeah.
worked with Bobby Humphrey, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
uh,
On the flute.
which
Yeah.
my buddy. Yeah. So we did some things together. And that band was James Calloway. James
Oh,
Calloway, the bassist in
right.
Black Ivory.